Hey everybody, it's Julie Pankey here, and I'm sitting live with Laurie Perrone from Farm2Fashion. Laurie was one of the amazing vendors at our very first SpaHive event in Providence, Rhode Island. And we're really excited to have her with us to tell us a little bit more about her brand, the inspiration of the brand, and share a little bit more with our SpaHive members. I know several people have come to me after the event asking a little bit more about the brand, so this is a great opportunity for you to learn a little bit more. So Laurie, welcome.
Thank you.
And tell me a little bit about how you would describe Farm2Fashion.
Well, you know, it's interesting because the whole idea behind Farm2Fashion really started as basically bringing products to the market that were sustainable, meaning close to home and made in America. And for me, I felt that the words Farm2Fashion, especially when I started using products like merino, mohair, and wool, made a lot of sense. Since then, we've added really 3/4 of our line is currently in recycled cotton, which is more like fields to fashion, but it really is just being sustainable and using products locally sourced.
That's great. And you are based in manufacture in New York?
Yes, I actually have a factory in the Hudson Valley, which is only about 30 minutes away from where I live, which is incredible because I've traveled my whole life, and to be so close to a factory is amazing and really, really productive. And then we have a second factory in New Jersey, which is also mid-New Jersey, which is about an hour to 15 minutes away. So both of those factories being close enable me to be able to do speed to market. So if we happen to have a product that is really hot and someone loves it and is selling it out, we can turn product over so quickly. Even though we have inventory, sometimes we have an unexpected order that, you know, we want to fill. And it's amazing how that question has always come up. How do we do speed to market? In our case, you know, it's literally 2 or 3 weeks to getting product if we're out of stock in something. So that's very unique.
That's great. That's so much easier than shipping it from the Orient.
Yeah, I mean, considering that, you know, we can drive and pick it up or ship it directly from the factory, which is even more amazing, is really exciting. You know, for me, after being in the business for 25 years and, you know, doing almost all of the business that I've done has been shipping from the Far East.
Mm-hmm. And how often do you add new products and styles to the Farm2Fashion line?
That's a good question. One of the things we try to do is not to over design and over produce. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but in a sense, what we're trying to do is bring products that we feel are classic with a twist, so that our customer can, you know, come and see what we're doing that's new and add some of the styles, but also come back and see, wow, you know, that pointelle poncho is still there and it's in new colors. And, you know, if Farm2Fashion believes in it, then we believe in it. And we've found that throughout the years, working with some really big retailers, somebody like Orvis, who said, you know, we love to do repeats. And repeats are really makes the product longer lived, longer life. So that really is kind of our thing. We don't expect that every season everything is done and we're on to the next. We carry over styles a lot of the time, obviously by sales and back, you know, feedback from our customers.
Great, great. So it's really a truly customized line based on customer needs and what they want to buy.
Absolutely. In fact, in many cases, you know, we have a color palette for the season, and we can actually, you can choose the colors that you would prefer those styles in, which is really quite unique. Mm-hmm. And enables you to also say, you know what, my customer is more the bright colors, or my customer is, you know, a little bit more, you know, let's say sporty. Mm-hmm. And that really has been a really good way for us to customize our products. And also the fact that the products are made from recycled cotton, which is such a huge story. You know, we're finding that the older customer really loves the story of Made in America, but they're also getting into sustainability, whereas the younger customer with farm to table is very in tune with farm to fashion in the sense of being sustainable. They want to know if the products are made here, and not only that, but how they're made. And that's why, you know, when I got to speak to some of the spa owners, I did speak about how the recycled cotton comes from t-shirts, like from big companies like American Apparel, where that t-shirt fabric, where the hole is cut out or where the armhole is, that goes to the factory floor and then swept into the landfill. Here, our yarn spinner takes those little scraps, spins them back into yarn, and creates a beautiful color palette. So we as Farm to Fashion are not dyeing yarn, putting more pollutants into the water system, using water. We're actually saving the planet in a way, which is a great conversation for many customers, especially if they're in a spa and they're looking for a gift. That's not just another item to, you know, I've had many customers say that they found our products in specialty stores and in also in spas and hotels because they're looking for a gift for maybe a wedding. You know, we do classic items like the American flag, and when they find that there's an extra story to that, they always ask if we could give them more information, you know, to put in their packages. So that's one thing that we've been doing and sharing with our retailers is we're sending out stories so that they can understand exactly what the recycled process is.
Wow, that's really awesome, Laurie. I mean, that's a big deal. Actually, I didn't know that about the recycled cotton. I feel like I learned a lot about your brand, but that's one thing I didn't know.
Yeah, it's great. And it's cotton. And, you know, cotton is really 90% of our products. And what we're finding is that people love the fact that it's machine washable. I mean, when you can wash a blanket, and or a poncho or a wrap and, be good to go, there's no shrinkage, there's no pilling. I mean, it's in a phenomenal yarn. And it's something that it's kind of universal. Cotton has become one of those things that people wear all seasons.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So tell me, how would you describe your current customer? Who are the people buying Farm to Fashion?
What I think is most interesting is that I thought that, the customer would be in a 40-something range, but I can be at different events depending on the location. I've done events in New York City and I've done events out literally on the farms out here. And it doesn't really matter because if you design something classic, I've had customers, literally, I have pictures of a 24-year-old wearing the same wrap as my friend's mom who is in her 60s. They both have their different style. They wear it slightly differently with, whether it's over jeans, or whether it's over, an evening dress. So I like the fact that I'm reaching people of all ages there. I'm not, really specifically with a demographic that says, oh, well, that's an older customer, or that's, only for a younger customer. So that has been huge, including the ponchos, because, people say that ponchos can go in and out of style, but I have to tell you, the trend on ponchos has been quite a long time, and I think it's becoming a staple. And it could have started really from the cashmere business because people see them as such an easy travel piece. Mm-hmm. So they can roll them up, put them in their bag, take them to the beach, if they go inside, even in the hot locations. So
yeah, they're so easy to travel with.
Exactly. So that has been really a plus for me because I don't have to worry so much about, coming up with very, complicated design pieces every season. I try to make things that people will hopefully wear season to season, but also before they throw it out, they would really pass it on. It's not the kind of piece that's designed where it's trendy. We really try to keep our color palette and our stitches to be something that you can really pass on to others.
Wow, that's great. And how I feel that Farm to Fashion is really a perfect fit for spas and hotels. I mean, tell me, Laurie, how do you feel Farm to Fashion is a great fit for our SpaHive customers or our SpaHive members and their customers?
Well, I think one of the things that I find most when I'm lucky enough to be at a spa and I'm with friends or we're celebrating something, I think that when a woman goes into shop, there are always a lot of choices in jewelry. There's certainly different types of products that you can buy in a spa that, you would may be a treat to yourself. And I think when it comes to some of our pieces, like our wraps are so special. And first of all, they're great for after any kind of treatment. They're made in cotton, they look beautiful. They look luxurious, but not over the top and certainly not too casual, so that, it really is a super treat. And you may not buy yourself a wrap. You might buy that wrap for somebody as a gift, but wow, you're in this place in your special location and you feel like, you know what, I want to treat myself. So it's an alternative treat for them. It's not your typical buy, piece of jewelry or, some sort of product. I think it's a good combination. And it's also great when people go in and can see things that they can buy for others, especially if they're, happen to be at a wedding or a celebration, because we do products, everything from, blankets that are smaller size to larger size, classic. And, again, going back to that washability that everyone loves and really asks for.
Great, great. Well, I know I've been happy and I'm excited to have found Farm2Fashion. And, as a spa director and person that's worked in the spa industry for nearly 25 years, I've been very successful selling unique retail items. And I'm just so excited that, Farm2Fashion participated in the SpaHive and that we can bring something truly unique, sustainable, and, really a classic fashionable item to the spa industry. So thank you so much, Laurie.
Thanks. And I think one thing that's good is that, with the price point, it's more competitiveness, I feel, with like cashmere, which is, sometimes just a little bit too high for people. So this is like a tier below that. And, what we're excited about is that, we went from starting out with just blankets, going to ponchos, and now wraps. And wraps have been an incredible sale for us. So I think it adds instant style, and also to be able to tell people that the products are made here, their quality, and that they're also, made of sustainable fiber. So thank you for inviting me. I'm really excited about, showing the products to the spa, to obviously the spa owners and directors. And hopefully if anybody has any questions, they can reach out to us.